Hey guys, G.I. Joe here, and welcome back to my bunker in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to talk to you today about my U.S. custom infantry. I actually purchased two different boxes. The first box you see before you is by Caesar Miniatures, and I decided to get some Paratroopers. And I also have a second box here. I bought some U.S. Marines by Waterloo, which was the same company that made my Japanese troops, if you've seen my Japanese video. So let's take a look at these. All right, we'll start with the Caesar Miniatures. So these pieces for my Paratroopers, you can see some pretty good detail here. You got, I think if you look really closely, you can see some of the webbing on the helmet. Got the little first aid kit or pouch, whatever, on the helmet. That's kind of cool. All right, we've got a another paratrooper kind of leaning around the end of a hedgerow, I guess, or something in Normandy. Whoops. Yeah, look at that. Set bag and canteen, shovel. Yeah, some pretty good detail. Of course, you got a guy throwing a grenade here, holding the Tommy gun. You can even see the side pockets of the pants. I think that's kind of cool. Another guy, you can see some more like almost like camouflage in the helmet. Some leaves in his netting. Forgot to mention this on my other videos, but it seems that the Caesar Miniatures are really good at that there's not any flash on them, and the only ones that I've really seen a fair amount of flash on thus far have been the Airfix. So far I've been very pleased. Like, this is just out of the box. All I had to do was just kind of clip. There was a little bit of a snub. I don't know if you can see that there. I had to kind of clip that off with a cutter. But I mean, that detail is pretty good. From what I've seen thus far, I would think I would put these Caesar miniature paratroopers up there with the German Caesar miniatures that I showed you guys in my German video. I think the detail on these are a little bit better than the detail on the Chinese troops that I got from Caesar Miniatures, but just kind of a casual stroll through the Normandy counter, or countryside rather. You can see, look at that. You can see even a little bit of a hint of the webbing on the helmet with some leaves and branches. That's just so cool. Pants, even got like a knee patch or something. I think I've shown you this one already. Kind of lean around a hedgerow. Yeah. Now, the only thing about the Caesar Miniatures that I wish was different is, as you can see, the bazooka guy here. The detail is really good. I like it. I like the detail, but there's no base, so they just kind of sit like that, which can be problematic on the board, as well as if you're going to sit on a chip. See, that's going to be a problem. I don't know, maybe that will work, but I wish they had bases for these, kind of like this bazooka player. Let me get my German Caesar miniature. Like, see, here's my German Caesar miniature, and I've already painted him, and so he's got a base. So I don't know why they didn't do that with these Americans paratroopers, but that'd be the only thing I'd probably change about the Paratrooper set. And of course you can see the same thing is with the Rifleman here. Of course, no base. The weight of these are all pretty consistent. They're still heavier than the Airfix. Airfix tends to be kind of light from what I'm finding, which may or may not be bad, just depends on what you want, I guess. But I mean, look at that. And check out this guy. This guy's one of the Filthy 13. He's got a mohawk, not even wearing a helmet. And I actually have a book on the Filthy 13, signed by 3 of the Filthy 13, actually. The last 3 surviving ones. I have their autograph, and I'll show you guys that maybe later on in one of my World War II videos. But yeah, again, I wish they had a base to that. That would be cool. And then, of course, they have a machine gun guy here. He comes with 2 different pieces. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll have to glue that together. But I'm going to have to come up with some type of base. I might cut off me a piece of plastic off of the custom infantry that I'm not using, one of my extra guys. But I'm probably going to use these primarily in the eastern United States, since that's where the paratroopers trained here in Georgia, and at least some of the paratroopers, and in my European theater. And these guys over here I will use in the Pacific theater, my Marines. So let's take a look at some of these Marines. So we have, this is again by Waterloo, same guys that did my Japanese troops. And look at that flamethrower. Look at those tanks. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, the detail is unreal. I'm very impressed with Waterloo, especially what they did with the Japanese troops. The guy kind of charging, maybe up Iwo Jima or something, you never know. With a BAR. And the detail. It's really good. Very, very impressed. Running and gunning. And look at the magazine clips on the belt. Look how detailed that is. And like the Caesar miniatures, there's virtually no flash on this. I mean, this is straight out of the box. I didn't do anything except pick the pieces out and stuck them on the board. So this piece, as you can see, no base. So it does stand fairly simply, but I don't know. I just kind of like the looks of the bases. Kind of stay consistent a little bit, but I mean, that's some good detail. So the detail is great on the Waterloos of the 2 countries I have, Japan and U.S. I mean, look at that commander. You see his little holster there. Got a radio man. I like this guy. Check out the Bazooka. I actually like this Bazooka guy better than I do the Bazooka guy from the Paratroopers Caesar miniatures. Maybe it's because of the base, but like, check this out. I don't know. I mean, look at that. You can see the fingers, the separate fingers on the Bazooka. I mean, that's pretty sick. So these guys, of course, I guess you can kind of see it there too. These guys are awesome. Here's a grenade launcher. Just landed on Iwo Jima. Gonna shoot a grenade over that dark ash before he sticks his head up. That's kind of cool. Again, no base, so I'm gonna have to rig something up for that. And then they got a guy kind of, you know, laying on the ground. Anyway, so that's my U.S. infantry. Yeah, paratroopers, again, I didn't have to do this. I could have gone with just one. But I thought it'd be kind of neat to do some paratroopers in the European theater and maybe some Marines in the Pacific theater. So, again, around $9–10 a box. And I got these as well on HobbyLink. I did get some stuff on eBay or Amazon, which I'll be sharing with you guys a little bit later. But thus far, everything I've shown you, I've purchased on HobbyLink. So definitely want to check out hobbylink.com. I'll put the link in the description. So hope you enjoyed my U.S. custom infantry. And I'll eventually paint these guys up. I've already painted a test. This is the olive drab that General Hand Grenade recommends, or that he uses. So I painted one of my Bazooka guys up. Looks pretty good. One thing I'm learning in my painting, the couple sample pieces I painted, is I have to be really careful not to be too close and not to cake it on too much, because then it kind of takes away a little bit of the detail. The paint starts to fill in the gaps and the crevices and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of flattens everything out, and you can't see the detail of a wrinkled coat and all that. So I'm having to be careful on how many coats I put on and then how close I am when I spray. But anyways, hope you enjoy, and stay tuned for the next country. Thanks, guys.